When the first 2 years or 3 years when we were having talking to people, the constant need was a requirement of a livelihood option, because the sericulture practice, which most of the farming community is in, takes very less of their time, and so close to 6 to 7 months in a year, most of the women and the men are also relatively free. So there were many women who showed a lot of interest in acquiring new skills, and again, being close to the metro city, they were exposed to a lot of things, and then of course television shows them about things which could be bought, which could be made, and so there were aspirations. So when we said there are cookies and there are soaps and there are these many things which actually you guys could make, so that's when the women were like a little excited. So we said, okay, I mean, if there's no existing skill on these areas, let's look at how you can build your skills, and maybe you could try to bake some cookies, which was very surprising for them, because for their imagination, they always thought cookies are made only in large factories and not at homes. And so when baking was introduced, we saw a little bit of change in their um, idea of livelihood, and then they understood the importance of a skill based thing improvement, and then that constant value addition that they will have to be doing it. So like this, we have been bringing in many concepts of how to, I mean, probably the new age pleasures of having an enterprise which needs this very complete approach of bringing a good product out. So we've been slowly introducing them, all this to them, and I introducing the idea of how do you own your own enterprise at some point in time. So like this, we have been trying to bring together these and trying to facilitate wherever they want to place themselves. Um, but the journey of Vasudha Bakery has been also very nice for us. What we started with a small oven, we got a lot of support from the urban crowd, and we managed a crowdfunding to get ourselves a commercial scale large oven. So today the women make a minimum batch size of around 3.5 to 4 kgs of cookies, and collectively around just 4 or 5 women together are able to bake a batch of cookies, and they are understanding the importance of quality, consistency, and they're learning all that, taking feedbacks from the customers. Sometimes we get the customers to talk directly to them and tell them that, okay, I liked it the last time, or this time there was something. So with all this, I think they are growing, and they're also understanding on how things work in the marketplace on one side. And with all this, there was always this, we felt the missing element was to their own land. And that's when we started making cookies from ragi. We initially had to start with wheat, because Vasudha, who was training us with baking, said it's always easy to start with wheat. With this glutinous structure, it holds well. So we had to start with wheat, which is not a native grain. So the next step was for us was to introduce millet based cookies, and especially things that's grown here. So we started with ragi and the jowar cookies, and it's only when they made the ragi cookie that they realized, okay, there's something that we could also grow and do. So from the last year, we have been nudging the women to grow their own ragi, and probably try different varieties of ragi, because ragi biodiversity is huge on the outskirts of Bangalore. So we are nudging them to try the different varieties of ragi and bake cookies from this ragi, and see how what they can do, and we are trying to get this little innovation done from them, and also look at how you could probably integrate anything else which is locally grown into the whole cooking process.